Welcome back everyone, and this is another OnlyFrames production of the Ramsgate Rail Pool League, and I'm sorry to say this is another Division 2 matchup. Let me warn you in advance, we have brought you some terrible games in the past. Our hits include the trilogy of myself and Jodie, which has a running time equal to the director's cuts of The Lord of the Rings. We've got last week's game between Lou and Neil, which was quite a low point for their channel, and of course anything at all involving Tom. But this is a new low, even for us. Scraping the barrel would be overselling how poor this game is. It's 12 minutes, 24 seconds of your life that you are never getting back. But please stick with us. We're going to use anything we make from this video to support the families of the guys who were there watching this live. They've returned home to their wives and their children, hollow husks of the men that they used to be. So please stick with us, help us support anyone who had to watch this abomination in real time. Neil's at the table, he's playing yellows, has chipped away at all the easy ones. He's got this difficult one tied up on the black, and he's gone nowhere near any sort of positional shot and just sort of rolled it, not helped himself, not really developed the yellow at all. Darran comes to the table. These four reds couldn't be any easier for him. That's actually a decent shot. We've had some position, which is a little more than we normally get in any OnlyFrames match. And there we go. That's back to normal. That is an absolute abomination of a shot. Not a bad little safety if he's covered it, and he has got the snooker. I'll give him the benefit and say that he's played the snooker. Neil's missed that by a good margin, bringing Darran back with a shot and a visit. He's moved the white. Had that white stopped before he put his hands on it, could we be embroiled in another cheating scandal? Probably not. I don't think anyone cares too much about this game. Another cracking positional shot played there. Can he cut this back into the bottom left and stop the white from the bottom right? The yellow's done that for him. That's a decent shot, and it's 1-0 to Darran. Joins frame 2. We're a good way in. Neil's at the table playing red, taking the one over the pocket again, but with no aspirations of disturbing any of the reds that are tucked up on yellows. He's just taking the ones that he can see. He's not thinking ahead. And this, I feel, might be the problem. He's throwing his hands up in the air, but he's played those shots without any thought about what's ahead of him. He's brought that red out, and it's ended up almost exactly back to where it was. These yellows are not awful for Darran. It's a good first little cut back. He's taking the one over the pocket. I'm guessing this one to the middle goes, but he's going to need some top spin on this cue ball, but it looks like he's screwing back. He did screw back. I thought he would have been topping through to get up to the top end of the table, but what do I know? Neil's gone for the red up the top of the table here. That was probably about as close as you would expect it to be. Darran has caught some stick in the past for his propensity to stand like a teapot whilst the other player is taking his shot, and I'm sure that's in his mind to not get caught out, so I can call him Mrs. Potts once more. Lou has done us a favour and jumped forward quite a bit. This must have been terrible if that's the best shot he's left in from Neil, that red to the middle. This yellow to the top looks like it's gone about as well as you would expect. Neil's actually got a chance here. All he needs to do is just drop these two reds in. There's no position, no work with the cue ball needs doing at all. Just drop this red in. Dead weight to the bottom left. You should naturally be on the black. Let's see if he can mess this up. He's managed to. Well done, Neil. Consistency is key. He's not left Darran anything though, and Darran has played a containing safety shot. He's basically saying, Neil, you can't pot this, you haven't got it in you, mate. So let's see if you can prove him wrong. How's your cueing? Not bad at all, actually. What a pot that was. Darran's gamble has not paid off here. Neil is looking at a black to the middle or just a double to the other side. Oh, he's jawed it. That's unlucky. Darran has absolutely levered that. He's put his hand up for the fluke. That was absolutely diabolical. Worse than Louis' fluke in season 1 that nearly won him best shot of the season. But it's 2-0 to Darran, and he's back at the tables, in command, cruising along. I'd rather be watching the game on table 2, and Jodie's involved in that, which tells you how bad this one has been. But Darran's not doing too bad with these reds here, actually. This is a nice little run of potting. He's definitely got 2 more at least on here. The important thing is to leave an angle so he can come up towards those reds and try and disturb them. This would be the most unlikely clearance that has come from nowhere. Let's see if he can get into them. He's decided not to even try. So he's snookered himself. He's coming off the bottom cushion. It's a simple enough hit. He's actually been pretty clever there and left Neil nothing on. This would be some pot. And it's gone about as well as you'd have expected it to. Huge jump forward in time. It's a bit like Quantum Leap here, except nothing improves. We're just left with the same old rubbish. Darran not happy with himself there. He's given Neil a chance. This has got to be Neil's opportunity to get back into the match. Take a frame here. He doesn't need to do anything heroic. He doesn't even need to try and clear the table with that red tucked up on his yellow. Maybe chip away a couple of these open balls and lay a snooker. Let's see what Neil can come up with. He is a fan of Ange Ball, being a Tottenham fan, so he may go attacking here. It's a nice pot to the bottom pocket. He's not really thought about position, but again, it's not the end of the world. Maybe just think about rolling this yellow over a hole and leaving life difficult for Darran. Nobody's tried to pull it. Not gone especially close, but I think he might have snookered him with that black being where it is. So Darran's naturally disturbing the yellow, unless he misses it, which he does. And it's a shot and a visit for Neil. Lou, we spare a thought for you, had to edit this game. I'm pretty sure the 2 of them can be done for war crimes. The standard is so poor here. We are expecting a call from the CIA wanting to use this video in Guantanamo Bay. How in the world Neil has ended up with a white there playing that shot, I have no idea. Lou has done us another favour. He jumped forward. That was a decent pot. Darran's missed a double. He pulls his hand out the way with a flourish as if it was going in or it was going to hit his hand, neither being the case. And Neil's down on that yellow. Where's that white? He needs a big bounce. It's going to be a thin cut back and Darran's going to stay where he is, right in his eye line. I like the gamesmanship, but it's not put Neil off at all. That's 2-1. We've got a game on. That's worst case scenario. Darran's at the table playing reds in this frame. Neil loitering around the top, just trying to catch his eye. There is some proper wily veteran stuff going on here. Obviously not including the pool. Terrible positional shot there from Darran, but he can see the red, so that's a start. And that's a really good pot. Where has that come from? Don't know what's going to happen with the black. I think he's just hit it to move it away. He's just moved it from one cushion to the other. You could see him waving it off. There she is, Mrs. Potts at the back, hand on hip. What a beauty. We needed that. That is the boost I've needed to get me through another 3 minutes of this torture. I said last time about getting myself off to Dignitas. I promise you it's becoming more of a reality every moment I watch this. Darran has brought the blackout into the middle of the table. This time Neil's going to need to clear these up, because if he doesn't, this black is in a nice position and Neil's not going to think safety. He's just going to try and pot. Decent pot to the middle. He would have wanted that to run on a bit more, but he's got that yellow to the top. So he's going to walk around and have a go at it. He's going to need to screw this back a good bit to get on his next one. Darran with perfect positioning. I don't know if the major over on table 2 there had decided to get in Neil's eyeline as well. Oh, Neil's caught the white. He saw it going in. That's a loo ball. I wonder how many we've missed when they've been cut away. Darren's gone straight for that. It wasn't a bad effort, actually, but that black's hung over the top. This should be it. 3-1. No. Oh, he's got lucky with that white. Is that a push shot? It must be a push shot. Well, it's another loo ball anyway, so it'll make absolutely no odds. This'll be it. 3-1. And Darran marches onward. We're joining frame 5 late in the day. Thank Christ for that. Neil's missed a fine cut down to the bottom right-hand pocket, and Darran is in here. This yellow has natural position round to the next. Has he overrun it? Is he stuck behind that red? No, he's down on it. He's okay. Just drop this in. The black's going to be child's play from here. You don't need to do anything special with it. Just drop it in, man. Let's get this over with, please. There we go. 4-1. And Darran is on the hill, back at the table, playing yellows. He's not happy and he's swearing. I'm assuming he's had a shot and a visit because he's back on. Obviously, we've joined the frame late. That yellow not going in might actually be best case scenario for him. We've raced through and I've not pointed you in direction of our other social medias. We are on Instagram at OnlyFrames 8ball and on TikTok as well at OnlyFrames_. Please give us a like, give us a follow. Lou's road to dish continues on. He's well into double digits. I think he might get into 4 figures before he actually clears. But please keep supporting, keep commenting. It's all appreciated. There's 10 seconds left. I hope to God this is it, because if it's not, I'm going to need a drink. There it is. Thank Christ that's done. 5-1.